Hello, I'm DJ92.
I'm Kyle Whitaker, also known as Secret Sauce.
Oh yeah, Secret Sauce. I'm glad you came over today.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah, so we're gonna commentate on Thomas and the Magic Railroad, released in July of 2000. I think it's gonna be an interesting one. Well, at least hopefully, but we're gonna try our best to bring up some fun facts and trivia as much as possible because there is something special about it. What? So make sure you have your copy of the DVD or Blu-ray of it, or just listen to us as we commentate along. And okay, so in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're at the Destination Films logo now. So, Secret Sauce. How did you get into Tom's the Tank Engine growing up?
My parents gave me the little toy cars, and I watched all the cartoons growing up.
Yeah.
Now you've kind of got me back into it a little bit now, Sebastian.
Oh yeah, with this movie, I'm pretty
Yes.
much right, and also for the episodes as well, like some of the episodes.
Well, yeah, of course. How did you grow up? How did you get into Thomas?
So I think back in, oh my goodness, I was probably like 2 years old.
Two?
I think my grandfather got me into it, like when I was very little, and so did my mom and my aunt, my mom's sister.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting these Ertl, like Thomas models, those little die-cast trains, and also the videotapes back then, the VHSs. And also what also got me into Thomas was the American spin-off for the British show called Shining Time Station, which used to air on PBS back in the late 80s, and then the 90s.
Okay.
And so in just a moment, you're going to see what you're hearing now. That's Alec Baldwin narrating. He at this point, he was the narrator for the American seasons for Thomas. And in the UK at the time, it was Michelangelos. But there's Thomas right there. He's voiced by Eddie Glenn. I don't know about his movies, but I remember being so fascinated with the models and stuff. It's so realistic. Well, did you think they were so realistic to you, man?
Well, the faces kind of creeped me out besides Thomas, but beyond that, yeah, I thought they were a little too realistic at times.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the faces, at the time, they were originally not animated until, the CGI era came around and, the cartoon in recent years. But back then, they used, clay, sculpts of the faces. And basically, what the faces are meant to, or are supposed to do, is to help, individuals on the autism spectrum, to read their faces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how I read it. But so yeah, I'm still a Thomas fan to this day, and sometimes I would go back to it and rewatch the episodes, especially on YouTube. And I still have the old DVDs. And by the way, that's Diesel 10. He's the main.
Diesel 10.
Yeah, Diesel 10. Originally,
I don't like Diesel 10. He's a bum.
Yeah, Diesel 10.
Nothing but problems throughout this entire film.
Yeah, so he originally he was not supposed to be the main villain. There was actually a human villain, originally. There's actually a director's cut of this movie that was leaked on YouTube, in recent years. I mean, for years there have been some mystery about this film because this movie did not receive well by critics, by the way.
Yeah.
But and by the way,
has it done better over recent years?
I guess I don't know, but maybe in home media release, but this is Shining Time Station, and for those of you who don't know, like I mentioned, Shining Time Station is an American spin-off of the British show Thomas the Tank Engine, and Thomas the Tank Engine, in the early years, it was narrated by Ringo Starr, who was originally a Beatles drummer, and over the years they changed like different narrators, and George Carlin was the American dubbed narrator, and that's Alec Baldwin right there. In recent years, Alec Baldwin has been like in controversy and stuff, but which we won't get into. But in fact, there's actually like an interesting like interview clip I want to share. If you want to hear it, it's loading up right now. But and by the way, oh sorry guys.
You said this isn't Wait, isn't this Thomas the show? Isn't this Thomas himself? You said that Shining Time Station is a spin-off
Yes,
of Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yes, it is. Because well,
who came up with? Don't we have our own American Thomas the Tank Engine, or is Thomas the Tank Engine specifically a British show?
It's a British show, but I'll get to that in just a moment. But there's actually a clip of this. Well, kind of anyway.
Shining Time Station was the name of the children's show on PBS, based on a series of books that a reverend in England had written about Thomas the Tank Engine during the World War II. He wrote these books, and that property was optioned by Brett Allcroft, and she went to PBS with an idea for a show based on Thomas the Tank Engine and the others, Gordon and all the others, James and the other engines and all the cute little toys. And the show was called Shining Time Station, and it was a half-hour on PBS children's show that had live-action sequences of children. The station master was an adult, the woman, the ticket master was an adult, the engineer was an adult, and there was a guy called Schemer who was always trying to pull some schemes. He was an adult, and there were like 4 kids, I think 4. And that was the live-action portion. Then I played Mr. Conductor in those shows. These are half-hour live-action shows. I played a miniature character about 16, 18 inches tall. We blue-screened that in. And I shot all my scenes without the other actors. I never had an eyeline except the
No, this is about the Shining Time show.
And I did all of those shows.
Is the Shining Time show the American show based off
it? And the kids at certain points in the half hour, Mr. Conductor
based off the British,
and he would give the kids a little advice.
So there was a Shining Time show, and then they're using Shining Time Station in this movie as well.
The morals of these stories were never jammed down the kids' throat. They weren't blatant. They weren't in capital letters. They were gently massaged into the framework of the show. And I was the little guy, Mr. Conductor. I took Ringo Starr's place. I am the anti-Pete Best. Ringo Starr replaced Pete Best, who never got famous as the Beatles drummer. And I replaced Ringo Starr, who never really got famous as Mr. Conductor. I'm the anti-Pete Best. Physics students, pay attention to that. So, in that show, there were 2 breaks from the live action when they showed Thomas the Tank Engine cartoons, but they weren't drawn, they weren't animated. They were live action models of trains. And I narrated those 2 stories, complete with Scottish accent or English accent or serious guy or working class or whatever. I did all of them. I did 45 of those shows. 45 I think I did of those shows. And then I did some for home consumption, just the Tank Engine show. So the show was on the air as a different element, as a different animal than the eventual things that kids know now. Thomas the Tank Engine is just a video that they get at the store, and Mr. Conductor isn't in there. And there are other narrators now. But that was the history of that. That was the early 90s.
Who came to you with that?
They came to me, and the reason I took it was there's that acting thing over here looking at me. I thought, well, I'll show another side of myself. I'll show a side that no one's expecting. And Mr. Conductor was complete departure from anything anyone would have expected from me.
Yeah, that was an interview clip from.
Interesting, Sebastian.
That was an interview clip from 2007 where he played as Mr. Conductor in Shining Time Station, the spin-off show.
Is this also him in this movie as well, playing the conductor, or no?
No, in this movie, the conductor was played by Alec Baldwin.
Okay, that's right. You did say that already.
Yeah, and that's Peter Fonda right there. Rest in peace to him, by the way. but he that's Lily's grandfather, and behind him that's Lady, who's the
Magic train.
the magic engine, yeah. And we'll see Lily like later on in just a moment. And right now, her face is like covered. Like she's not her face. Well, her face is like probably in there, but she's not. Her face only reveals like when she's on Sodor, which we'll see later near the end.
Mm-hmm.
But so let me get some. Let me find some. Find some trivia facts as much as possible. So, Thomas and the Magic Railroad is a 2000 children's fantasy adventure film written and directed by Brett Allcroft and produced by Allcroft and Phil Furlong. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. The cast includes Alec Baldwin, Peter Fonda, Mara Wilson, who plays Lily, which we'll see later, Didi Khan, which we also saw earlier, Russell Means, also saw earlier, Cody McMains, who plays Patch in this scene, Michael E. Rogers, and the voices of Eddie Glenn, who did the voice of Thomas, and Neil Crone, who voiced Diesel 10. The film is based on the British children's book series, The Railway Series, by the Reverend W. Awdry, who is mostly a railway enthusiast, and he was the original author for the Thomas books. And its televised adaptation, Thomas and Friends by Allcroft, and the American television series Shining Time Station by Allcroft and Rick Siggelkow. It is the only theatrical live-action animated film in the Thomas and Friends franchise. Wow. So right now, these so Diesel 10 calls his claw Pinchy, by the way, and these other two Diesels, those are he hired those guys, Spider and Dodge, and they're pretty much like not really excited about this. So they're just following the rules, and then they at the end they actually hated him.
Yeah, I thought he was a goober.
Yeah, and the little dog here, his name's Mud. He did not like appear in the Shine Time show. By the way, that's a new character. Russell Means plays Billy Two Feathers. In the show Shining Time Station, he was played by a different actor, but Russell Means is known for voicing the Chief Powhatan from Pocahontas, the Disney film.
Okay.
And so in Alec Baldwin, he was on Beetlejuice. I know that. I mean, have you seen the Beetlejuice live action? I've seen it like at different times, but like maybe snippets of it, maybe one time. But in recent years, Alec Baldwin was pretty controversial. So. And pretty soon, in just a moment, we'll see Didi Khan again playing Stacy Jones. We'll get to her in just a second, but we just saw her like a few minutes ago during the George Carlin clip. There she is right there. She was also in Shining Time Station. She is also best known for playing Frenchie in Grease. Have you seen that movie, Grease?
No.
It's pretty good, I think. Well, I've seen it like only once, but oh yeah, she has a son who is in his 30s right now. He's on the autism spectrum.
Really?
Yeah. So and like I said, Mara Wilson is in this movie. We'll get to that in just a moment. But so yeah, I got into along with Thomas Tank Engine. Yeah, Shining Time pretty much got me into Thomas Tank Engine as well, because Shining Time used to be on PBS a long time ago.
Okay, it did?
Yeah, like back from the late 80s up to the 90s. It was playing on reruns, obviously. I didn't see all episodes, unfortunately, but thankfully YouTube, at least there's like recordings of it. So let me see here. So I will say that, like I said, there is actually an extended version of this. There was like a director's cut of it, and I believe somewhere on YouTube there's like someone leaked it online, but all the like the like incomplete like animations and stuff like there with there's you can still see the green screen stuff going on, and well, now we're back to Sodor. Thomas is looking for Mr. Conductor.
Looks like the conductor and Thomas are meeting up now.
Yep, they are. I think they did pretty well with the green screen with the live action actors and the models. And so what's happening here, you notice that Mr. Conductor's like magical like transportation, it's the gold dust part, he's flickering a little bit. It's what he said was, he said the journey from Shining Time keeps getting bumpier and bumpier. That means there's something going on there.
Something's wrong.
Yeah. And basically the Diesel 10 is trying to destroy the railway and like
It sounds like he's being a bum.
Yeah. What you're hearing, Burnett is basically like hearing his younger self in the background. He was thinking. And here's Lily, Burnett's granddaughter. She is played by Mara Wilson, who is best known for playing Matilda.
Oh, yeah, I know Matilda.
Yeah, back in the 90s.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's so funny. I mean, I don't have the DVD, but
she does look like her.
Yeah,
her. Yeah,
that's her. I think she was like 10 or 11 by the time this movie was being made. And yeah, she's amazing. I don't know if she was also on Mrs. Doubtfire, starring Robin Williams. TV tropes. Yeah, she's gonna. the mother's helping her get purchase a ticket for Lily. That little bird she's holding is pretty iconic. Kind of reminds me of the bird that was seen on the Shining Time Station logo in the opening. So, now we're at the scene where we see more of the engines. So, James is voiced by, let me see here. She was voiced by Susan Roman. What's strange is that originally, James he was originally voiced by Michael Angelis, who is the UK narrator for like the one of the later some of the later seasons of Thomas in the UK.
Okay.
But I think the critics said that James sounded way too old, so they had Susan Roman, who is I think she's known. I think she was known for, let me see. Yeah, she was on. She's known for playing Sailor Jupiter in the Sailor Moon Deke a Cloverweight dub.
Okay.
And I think Linda Ballantyne Linda Ballantyne voiced Percy, also who also has a female voice. He was originally gonna be voiced by Michael Angelis, but once again they said he sounds too old, so they had Linda Ballantyne do the voice of Percy. I think Linda was also on Sailor Moon, but I could be wrong. Yes, yes. Linda did the voice of Serena Tsukino, Sailor Moon. Okay, and of the same name. And by the way, that's Sir Topham Hatt in the portrait right there. In the UK, especially with the TV show, he was formerly known as the Fat Controller. When the show came to the US, they had to change his name to Sir Topham Hatt because they
didn't like the name for him.
The word, like, the word fat and stuff. They were concerned.
America's more conservative in those regards.
Yeah,
they're trying to help. They're trying to look out for the children, but I don't think it really would have made that much of a difference.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not bothered by it.
I'm not either, but some people will be.
Yeah, it's so funny how apparently he can see what Mr. Conductor's doing, and that's a photograph of Sir Topham Hatt's wife, Lady Hatt.
Lady Hatt.
Yeah, and the way it's spelled, their last name is spelled Hatt. Yeah, there's two T's in his last name. And the photographs that they saw earlier of the engines, I think those are snapshots from the episodes from the TV show. Yeah, he's talking to Sir Topham Hatt, but all you can hear is just a grumbling noise. Yeah, it's like in TV shows, like cartoons, they're like chipmunk sound effects. It's kind of funny. Oh yeah, the way they snore, it's basically their whistles making that noise. Yeah, one side says thinking, and the other side says sleeping on his nightcap. So I'm gonna go through the actors' names for the other engines. So Toby is voiced by Colm Ford, a brown steam tram engine who works on Thomas's branch line. Brett Allcroft as Lady, which we'll see again later. She is a small Victorian-style tank engine owned by Burnett Stone, who runs the Magic Railroad. Shelley Elizabeth Skinner as Annie and Clarabelle, who are Thomas's passenger coaches. Kevin Frank is he voiced Henry, a green tender engine, running number 3, who works on the main line. Dodge, a bumbling diesel on one of Diesel 10's cronies and Splatter's twin. Bertie, a bus whose services run on the roads along Thomas's branch line. Harold, a helicopter who we saw earlier, that works on the island of Sodor. And apparently he voiced Sir Topham Hatt, but he was uncredited for that character. Apparently the grumbling sound earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil Crone as Gordon, and as well as Diesel 10, who we're seeing now, he's destroying the scaffolding.
Causing some major issues over here.
Yeah. And let's see. Oh yeah, here's something interesting. So yeah, Diesel 10. Keith Scott provided the voice of Diesel 10 in the original cut of the film before being replaced prior to the film's release. Yeah. So originally, there were like 3 different like recordings for Diesel 10, especially with this scene where, for Keith Scott, I think he had a Australian accent or something, and then when they decided to go to Neil Crone, originally Neil Crone adapted like a Russian accent, but then they changed it again to like a New Jersey, New York accent or something.
Why'd they do that?
I think that with the Russian accent, it's kind of offensive. I don't know. I could be wrong on that though. Yeah, so Mr. Conductor lost his sparkle, so he has to have to walk to different places. And so anyway, here's some development trivia.
Go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay. So in the development, in the early 1990s, the character of Thomas the Tank Engine, adapted from the Reverend W. Awdry's The Railway series into the TV series Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, created by Allcroft, was the height of his popularity, following 3 successful series. At the same time, Shining Time Station, an American series that combined episodes from the previous series with original live-action characters and scenarios, also created by Allcroft along with Rick Sickelkow, was made, and also successful. As early as 1994, prior to the launch of Thomas's 4th series, Brett Allcroft had plans to make a feature film based on both of these series, and would make use of the model trains from Thomas and the live-action aesthetic of Shining Time Station. In mid to late 1995, Britt Allcroft was approached by Barry London, then vice chairman of Paramount Pictures, with an idea of the Thomas film. In February 1996, Britt signed a contract to write the script for the film with the working title Thomas and the Magic Railroad. London's interest is thought to have stemmed from the 3-year-old daughter who was enthralled who was enthralled by Thomas. Sorry, I lost train of thought there. According to a press release, filming was to take place at Shepperton Studios in the United Kingdom and the United States, with the theatrical release date set for 1997. However, later that year, after London left the company, Paramount shelved the plans for the film. This left Allcroft to seek other sources of funding. Discussions with Polygram about the film were held, but not for long, because of the company being in the middle of a corporate restructuring for sale. In the summer of 1998, during Series 5 of Thomas's production, Allcroft saw an Isle of Man Film Commission advert. They were offering tax incentives to companies wanting to film on the island. Allcroft visited and felt that the location was perfect. During that year, Barry London became chairman of the newly founded Destination Films, which is owned by Sony Pictures. He renewed his interest in the project, and Destination Films became the main financial backer and studio for the film. Now that's pretty interesting. And so right now we're seeing Lily. We're seeing Lily, who thinks she's on the train to go to Muffle Mountain, but she's actually heading for Shining Time Station.
I am back.
Cool, welcome back.
Yes, indeed.
So, I was just reading the the development trivia on Wikipedia.
Ah.
Yeah. But you might listen to it later, once I upload it. But so yeah, we just saw a montage of Lily, who thinks she's heading for Muffle Mountain to see her grandfather, but what actually happened was that showed Lily to the wrong platform that's heading for Shining Time Station. And that faint whistling sound that you're hearing, that's Lady. That's Lady's whistling. So here's something interesting about this scene. You know that the close-up shots of Mr. Conductor, like are you okay? So anyway, in this shot right here, he has the broom he has the broom down, but then in wider shots he's holding it with 2 hands. That is just so.
That is funny.
That is kind of funny, yeah. There it goes again.
There it goes again.
Yeah. And then holds it one last time. So yeah, he's now going to the windmill. He should have just asked James to take him there, by the way. And I mean that's my opinion anyway. Because he's he's been walking around by foot finding the windmill.
That would take a while.
Yeah, and so for obvious reasons, it's obvious because we all know that his sparkle's all gone. So anyway, and for distribution, in addition to being a major studio and financial backer, Destination Films announced in February 1999 that they would distribute the film in the United States while handling a possible sales exchange in the United Kingdom and Ireland. Ghislaine Pictures would handle international sales rights in all other territories. In June 1999, Icon Film Distribution acquired the British distribution rights to the film from Destination. Now, Icon Film Distribution, I think that was founded by Mel Gibson. And here we are with the engines again. They're talking about the lost engine and Diesel 10 threatening to destroy everyone.
Being a bum.
Yeah. And there's a funny gag right here. where he sneezes, like, say it, don't spray it, Thomas. That's
yeah,
what
don't
James...
say it, don't spray it. That is funny.
Yeah. And now, that's Birdie right there. You notice that he actually has, like, a driver in there.
Really?
Yes, like, if you look carefully, we just passed it, but in the TV show, there are actually, like, figurines, but in the movie, they're all absent. All the firemen and drivers are not present in their cabs. And by the way, this movie is not, canon to the series, because this whole magic thing is like non-canon to the original, like, TV show and adaptation, and also the original Thomas books back in the 40s up to the 70s. And that note that he read, it said something. I noticed that you left your thinking cap behind. Try these instead. They're good for the brain. They're basically the carrot he's eating, as well as the celery. He's trying to figure out what to do to solve the problem. But the thing is, the strange thing is, gone fishing rabbit. What? Rabbits can't fish.
No, they can't.
I think that I don't know what that is. Although I think
is that a dead animal?
Right there. No, I don't know.
Is that a rabbit's foot? What is that? That was a rabbit's foot.
I have no idea.
Was that his lucky rabbit's foot? What is that?
I have no idea.
It looks like a whole rabbit's foot. That was weird.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're about to meet another character. His name's Junior. He's the cousin of Mr. Conductor. And so he is played. He's played by Michael E. Rogers. On Wikipedia it's Mr. C. Junior. That's his actual name, but in the movie he's mainly called Junior. Man, you're wasting your sparkle there, buddy.
What's he using it on?
Well, he's snoring. He's sleeping. It's kind of weird because there's no, like, the little bellflower. That's what's called a bellflower. It's basically a telephone. There's no, like, rotor. There's no, like, dial pad or anything. Somehow the flowers kind of knew what Mr. Conductor's calling for. And he's using the shell as a cell phone. That's pretty cool. It's kind of funny. I think he has, like, his accent, Junior's accent. I think it's like it's either Scottish or I think he has a Cockney accent. By the way, guys, I'm not swearing or anything. Cockney. That's a accent somewhere in the UK. Oh.
Sorry about that, Sebastian.
It's alright.
What's someone doing out there?
Oh yeah, I guess someone is bringing. If you're hearing background noises, guys, it's probably we probably have neighbors like moving their trash cans or something. But anyway, here we have Lily seeing Shining Time Station for the first time. I think this is actually like a real like station. I mean, not the name Shining Time, but they use this area, like they made the sign from scratch for this location, for these scenes. Yeah, Lily's about to meet C Junior for the first time.
Nice.
Do you know other movies that, well, besides Matilda and Mrs. Doubtfire, do you know other movies that the Mayor Wilson was on?
I don't actually, not off the top of my head. Matilda's like the main one that I would know of.
Yeah, I remember watching that movie I don't have the DVD. I remember watching the movie when someone else had it on, like at a babysitter's house, and also like on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get that movie someday.
I understand. I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah, it's so funny. Danny DeVito was in it, and that chase scene at the house. It's so hilarious.
That is pretty funny.
And the gold dust that you see here, that's glitter. When Lily touched it.
Glitter, 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 glitter.
Now Mr. Conductor is having another dream about the magic being gone and stuff. This is just kind of sad to watch, like, you know, like him thinking about what's gonna happen to him and stuff. So anyway, filming. Principal photography began on the 2nd of August 1999 and wrapped up on the 15th of October 1999. The movie was filmed at the Strasburg Railroad in Strasburg, Pennsylvania, in the United States, as well as Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and on the Isle of Man. Yes, that Isle of Man, that is a real place. A Castletown railway station on the Isle of Man Railway formed part of the Shining Time Station, and the goods shed at Port St. Mary Railway Station became Burnett Stone's workshop. Running shots of the Indian Railway train, which is, I think that was the train that we saw earlier that Mr. Two Feathers was driving, were filmed on the Strasburg Railroad location. The large passenger station where Lily boards the train is the Harrisburg Transportation Center. Norfolk and Western 480-475 was repainted as the Indian Valley locomotive. Sorter was realized using models and chroma key. The models were animated using live-action remote control, as on the television series. The model sequences were filmed in Toronto instead of Shepperton Studios, the home of the original TV show. However, several of the show's key staff were flown over to participate. The Magic Railway was created using models, CGI, and watercolored matte paintings. Now, that was pretty cool.
That sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah. So, by the way, the guy on the motorcycle they saw there, that was actually P.T. Boomer. He was originally going to be the human like villain for this movie, but they cut him out entirely though after critics saw the work print. So it's kind of complicated. The making of this movie is very complicated.
It sounds complicated.
Yeah, and
sounds terrible.
Yeah, if you want a secret sauce, I'll probably show you, send you a link of the.
Because when I was asking my questions earlier, I was already confused, but I mean, that sounds like this movie was one heck of a One heck of a head scratcher for how it was made, all the logistics and everything
Yeah.
around it.
Oh, yeah. There is actually like a little trivia here about it. Actually, in a 2007 interview with Soder Island Forums and Fansite, Allcroft revealed that before the film's theatrical release, she and editor Ron Wiseman were requested to substantially rework the film from how she had originally envisioned it by removing Burnett's rival P.T. Boomer, who was played by Doug Lennox, who was the original antagonist and character originally responsible for Wrecking Lady, because the test audiences at the March 2000 preview screenings in Los Angeles considered Boomer to be too scary, quote unquote, for young children. Despite most of his scenes being removed, Boomer can still be seen briefly in the scene. However, the scene was redubbed with Boomer as a lost motorcyclist talking to Burnett for directions, which we saw like a few minutes ago. Do you remember that?
Yes, we do. I do.
As in the original cut, Boomer and Burnett were having a row. Well, that is a very complicated like making. And Lily Stone, Lily Stone, played by Mara Wilson, was intended to be the narrator of the story. Before filming, Thomas's voice was provided by John Bellis, a British fireman and part-time taxi driver who worked on the film as the Isle of Man transportation coordinator and facilities manager. Bellis received the role when he when he happened to pick up Britt Allcroft and her crew from the Isle of Man airport in July 1999. According to Allcroft, after hearing him speak for the first time, she told her colleagues, "I have just heard the voice of Thomas. That man is exactly how Thomas would sound." A few days later, she offered the role to Bellis, and he accepted. However, the test audiences felt that his voice sounded too old for Thomas, although Bellis did receive on-screen credit as the transportation coordinator. That really suck. I'm pretty sure the work print has John Bellis's voice, because I've only seen that work print once on YouTube like months ago. So yeah, that really sucks. Oh yeah, crushed in anger by the changes, Bellis said he was quote unquote gutted, but still wished the filmmakers well. In an April 2000 interview following the changes, he said, "It was supposed to be my big break, but it has not put me off. It has not put me off, and I was hoping something else will come along." English actor Michael Angelis, who was the UK narrator of the series at the time, which is series like 3 to I think 7 or so, was the original voice of both James and Percy, but was recast for the same reason as Bellis. Australian voice actor Keith Scott originally voiced Diesel 10, as evidenced in both the US and UK trailers previews, but he believes that he was recast because test audiences claimed that his portrayal was too scary for young children. That's a very interesting history.
That is a very interesting history.
Yeah. And so
Diesel 10 just screwed himself up.
Yeah, basically what happened, Toby distracted Diesel 10's plans by ringing his bell.
He says, "I always mean what I do." Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So the song that you're about to hear, it's called "He's a Really Useful Engine." And that is actually like a Thomas and Friends like actual
Top Hat Needs You.
Yeah, this song is actually the song that was also heard in the TV show. So speaking of music, the score was by Humming Man, which I don't really know about. I have not heard any of his other stuff, but the soundtrack was released on August 1st, 2000. I remember like in 2013, back in 2013, I remember downloading it from iTunes like years ago. I mean I don't think I have it anymore, the soundtrack, but maybe someday I'll get the CD of it, or hopefully maybe in the future they'll release like a vinyl like record of it. or something. Oh boy, Henry has boiler ache. That's what he said. But
Boiler ache. What is boiler ache?
it's like a stomach ache. I'm guessing. He's
Interesting.
so basically, there's something interesting about Henry. So basically, in the TV show, he was prone to like illness and like because in his real life basis. Hold on a second. There's something interesting about Henry. Henry, the Green Engine basis history. So Henry the Green Engine, who was number 3, who we saw earlier, was originally built around 1919 as a failed prototype based on stolen, discarded drawings for Sir Nigel Gresley's A1 Pacific. And yes, Nigel Gresley, he was a real person. He's a real figure, resulting in a hybrid with a notoriously small firebox and poor steaming capabilities. Sold to the Northwestern Railway in 1922, Henry was rebuilt at Crewe in 1935 into a Stanier 5MT Black 5 460 after a major accident, becoming a reliable, versatile, and iconic character. I think the major accident, it had something to do with, there was an episode in season 1 where Henry was pulling like the Flying Kipper, which is basically it's called the Flying Kipper. Basically, he was pulling like fish, like freight cars full of fish and stuff, and then Henry, it was winter time it was winter at that time, and the switches failed and the signals had failed, and which caused Henry to have an accident and crash into another like freight train, which assumingly it was probably James, and so that's what I'm referring to. But right now we're seeing Diesel 10 threatening Mr. Conductor, and this viaduct it's really cool, by the way. And in the TV show, it looks a little bit different than this one. Yeah, my favorite. Yeah, both my favorite locations in the Thomas franchise is the viaduct, as well as Knapford Station. Oh yay, we're at the windmill.
Soft landing for such a large fling.
Yeah, good thing. Yeah, he even mentions it to us, like breaking the fourth wall, saying.
Did he just get that bruise on his face?
I have no idea. So he's about to he's about to look at some clues here. Soak out the magic in the mountain, and the lady will smile. Then watch the swirls that spin so well. Yeah, that's gonna be very important, like near the end of the movie, I think. Did no, you didn't do it on purpose. Mr. Conductor, cut off the fuel line with the scissors earlier. The fuel line for the claw. Oh, that is so dumb. Diesel 10.
No wonder they left his butt at the end. He's a clown.
Yeah. Oh, there's a nice moment between Lily and Patch.
What is this?
So I don't know about Patch's actor. Patch. Hold on a second. Oh yeah, Patch is played by Cody McMains. Yeah, I don't know much about him, but maybe I'll look at his IMDb or something. Cody McMains. Oh. Okay, so he was on. So Cody McMains, who plays Patch, he was on in '96. He was on Big Bully. He was on Tumbleweeds and Thomas and the Magic Railroad, of course. He was on Bring It On. I've heard of that one, but I've never seen the movie. I've seen like snippets of it, like back
The
in
dancing movie?
it's a dancing movie?
Is that what it is?
I think, well, it has the one with the cheerleaders on it.
I think that's a dancing movie.
Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I've seen snippets of it. He was, let me see here. There are a lot of, he was on TV, he was on 90210. I've heard of that title, but I haven't seen the show. 90210. Gotta love stained glass, by the way.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah. So, for Mara Wilson, we already talked about her, but... Oh, she was on Miracle on 34th Street back in 1994. Like, I've seen that, like, I've seen snippets of it. It's the one with, where a Santa Claus apparently is, like, real and stuff. I mean, we all know that he's not, but basically it's a family film, and I think it was adapted from another, like, film, like, yeah, 1947. Oh, so she was also on Big Hero 6, the series. I haven't seen that one, but yeah, that's interesting. She was on Batman Beyond. Okay. Oh, by the way, that is this this little pathway here. We'll see that again later on. Yeah, Conductor's Railroad. That's what it's called, or Magic Railroad. They're referring to Lady. That little that freight car there. That was the last freight car that rolled into this area where it was supposed to be like Henry's special coal truck or something, but which will eventually become like Lady's source for coal to help her wake up. Oh, I love this shot right here. Kind of reminds me of a train layout.
Mm-hmm.
I used stuff poppers in my funnel. We've heard that one before. That was the only time they spoke in this movie.
Hmm.
Oh, here's a fun fact. The reason why Michael E. Rogers, who played Junior here, was hired was because he told the casting director that he was from Scotland. Oh, he's from Scotland, and the latter loved Scotland. This influenced Junior's change of nationality from English to Scottish. Oh yeah, earlier I thought he had a Cockney accent, but it's actually Scottish. So he's Scottish. Never mind. Sorry about that, guys. Uh, so yeah, that's a interesting. That's interesting there. Yeah, Junior prefers to go to the beach. Oh, that's the bellflower ringing. Oh, this scene is so funny. Oh, hello, Hattie. Oh, he wants to. Oh, he's thinking about going riding on the windmill blades. Oh, wow, Junior. When I was a kid, I always thought that if you ride on one of those blades, uh, the women would go faster. I'm not. Although I'm not really sure about that. Oh, here's something interesting. So, Mary Wilson, who was going through puberty at the time and already feeling awkward about it, recalled nervously overhearing the producers and crew members holding barely concealed side conversations about her appearance and later being outfitted with a special binding bra, wow, to flatten out her developing figure for continuity's sake. The scrutiny over her body, both on set and in online forums, proved hard and painful for her to cope with, and was a deciding factor in her leaving her acting career behind not longer after the film was finished.
Hmm.
Wow. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, she's no longer. Apparently, she's not in acting anymore. Although she is like, there are like pictures like online like you know on social media like Instagram for instance where she is like at conventions
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff.
I'm sure she still does stuff like that. I'm
Like
sure she just stepped away from mainstream acting, like movies and stuff, for a while.
Yeah. Oh, there was an apparent. Okay, in an interview for the 20th anniversary Blu-ray, Mary Wilson recalled that she was disappointed by the changes between the script and the finished film, particularly how most of the scenes intended to develop Lily and Burnett's relationship, the grandfather and granddaughter relationship, were cut from the movie. That being said, she still considers the film to be one of her favorites that she was ever worked on. Oh, here's a nut. remember I mentioned about the original work print and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So a work print of the second cut of the film, dated January 29, 2000, was leaked in May 2020, a month before the supposed original Blu-ray release of the film, which was delayed due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. It was then released on September 29th, 2020. Brett Allcroft was not at all pleased by this when she became aware of it. However, it should be noted that the work print was given to an anonymous Thomas fan by Ian McHugh, an executive producer from Mattel. Oh yeah, Mattel, they're notorious for doing bad things with the Thomas franchise in recent years. The fan even made up a story that the work print was under a non-disclosure agreement, NDA for short, but in reality it wasn't. The Blu-ray release itself was accidentally listed on Amazon around March 2020 before any sort of announcement was made about it. Wow. Yeah, I've read a lot of stuff about the work print and stuff.
I don't know much about it.
Yeah. I'll probably send you, like, if I find it again, I'll send you the link of the original work print if you like. I mean, it's pretty. It's like 2 hours long, but you don't have to watch the entire thing. But it's pretty cool. It's pretty interesting. So we're about to see Thomas about to give Lily a ride back to Muffin Mountain via the magic buffers. We're about to go through the buffers.
Woo! Finally.
Yep. Yeah, there's the coal truck that's gonna be later used to help Lady. Originally intended for Henry earlier. So yeah, that line, your really useful engine, Thomas. That was also heard in many episodes of the show. Your really useful engine, like your really useful engine, Thomas, or any character actually. It was also in the books too, the original books.
Is Grandpa with Lady?
Yeah. Now, this upcoming scene, which is right here, this is actually originally that little collapse there. That was originally going to be like P.T. Boomer, who was the original antagonist of the movie. It was originally intended for him to like plant a bomb in there, inside the that cliff there, which caused Thomas to fall, but they cut that. But once again, they cut that out. And originally they had P.T. Boomer like follow him through there, I think, or maybe not, but yeah. Yeah, Peter Fonda. Rest in peace to him. I think I think he passed away in 2004. Oh, not 2004. 2020. So, I don't know why I said 2004. But Peter Fonda, I don't know about his other movies, but I know he did some voice work for oh my goodness, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I think he did a good job. I mean, even though, I mean, I know you don't play that series, but I mean, I only like play it sometimes because of, you know, nostalgia, like realistic nostalgia in terms of the music and stuff in the decade, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, this is a smelter shed. And Diesel 10 is about to threaten James and Junior.
Frighten them.
Frighten him. Oh yeah. Oh wait, Pierre Fonda. Oh, he passed away 2019. My bad. What are we gonna do, Junior?
Junior.
So James's basis, I'm gonna look that up. So James the Red Engine is primarily based on the Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway, also known as LNYR for short, class 28 or class 28 060. By the way, 060 in this case, that's the wheel configuration in the UK. He's a mixed traffic tender locomotive designed by George Hughes and built at Harwick, and works between 1909 and 1912. In the Railway series, which is the Thomas books, the original Thomas books, he is depicted as a modified 260 version of this class, featuring a front pony truck added to correct noise heaviness. That's pretty cool. So in the books, James was originally like painted black in the books.
Who?
James the Red Engine. Although in the books, he was like repainted like in later stories, like after his accident, which was shown in season 1. Well, at least in the CGI era, he was also painted black. But in season 1, he was already red, and we saw that accident where he derailed from due to his wooden brakes. And lady's coming to life in just a moment. Look at that beautiful gold. The sparkles and stuff. The shavings. I love the little swirls on the...
That is pretty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tasha. They're mentioning Tasha. That is Lily's grandmother, who already passed away at this point. And here we are. We see the reveal of Lady's face. The wonderful Britt Allcroft, who directed this movie and also made the adaptation for the TV show. Rest in peace to her. She passed away in December of 2024. The age of 81, I believe. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. So here's something interesting about the lady prop that would, this live action prop right here. So the lady prop from the Thomas and the Magic Railroad is a 16-foot wood constructed life size model created for live action scenes featuring red violet paint, gold detailing, and a freelance design. Following the film, the prop was modified and stored, but was later saved from destruction by fans in 2017 for restoration. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So basically, they were trying to rescue the this prop from getting destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So the model featured the model featured grand gold buffers, a unique chimney, and gold lining with a rubber funnel. After the premiere, many parts, including the face, funnel, and buffers, were removed or altered, and it was repainted in different colors. Lady is considered unique among the characters because she had a complete physical life-size model built, unlike other characters that use partial props. Oh, we're about to enter the chase scene. And this is the point where Splatter and Dutch decided not to side with Diesel 10. That was the last time we see them. So I think this scene might be perfect to talk about as well. Because, speaking of, chase scenes and defeat of a villain and stuff. So originally, P.T. Boomer was going to be in this scene, and according to there's like a in one of the early trailers for this movie, there's like a little scene where around where a Diesel 10 falls off the viaduct, you see like a human character like falling down with him, and but. Which I'll point out later on. It's actually one of my favorite scenes, actually. Oh, you can actually see P.T. Boomer on the back of Diesel 10 on the roof earlier.
Lady's quick, though.
Yep, and so is Thomas. So here comes the part where Diesel 10 falls off the viaduct, where originally P.T. Boone was originally going to be in that scene. It's coming up in just a moment now. Secret Sauce, prepare to see the upcoming part with Diesel 10. It'll be there in just a moment. So right about...
Well, doesn't he just die now?
This shot here, originally PT Boomer, like on the like on the right side of the screen, you would see PT Boomer falling down alongside Diesel 10.
What does he fall on again?
What?
What kind of float is that he's in? Is that
That's a barge.
what's in it?
I don't know. It looks like mud or something.
Ew.
But yeah, that was and originally you would see PT Boomer like spit out the water and stuff. Oh, Mr. Conductor finally finds out learns about the clues. Yeah, earlier when at the windmill he forgotten about the the other half of the clue and stuff. Now, Lily. Gold dust. Oh, he's giving her some. Junior's giving Lily some gold dust, which she would give to Burnett Stone. Yeah, Junior's like a comic relief character. Oh, I think I have some an interesting fact about this movie. Hold on. So there's also.
How old was the girl in this movie?
I think she was 10 or 11. I could be wrong. But anyway, so not all the characters, not necessarily all the characters like from the TV show appeared in this movie. Like there's like one specific character like from the show. His name was Edward. And so here's an interesting fact about it. Edward, who is who's also a mixed traffic engine, like the same size as James, although the wheel configuration is different. He was not in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, primarily because he was never included in the script, and there was not enough screen time or perceived value to include him, according to producer Phil Furl. While some fans theorized he was taking Sir Topham Hatt on holiday, he was simply not written into the film, and myths regarding his model not being ready are inaccurate. Edward was never in any known draft of the film's script. Producers felt they couldn't utilize him in a way that added value to the films, which was already heavily focused on other characters. The film underwent significant tumultuous changes with a different original vision that was heavily altered before release. Although Edward was absent, some fans created a popular theory that he was off-screen taking Sir Topham Hatt on holiday. So now we're at the ending of the film. What do you think of it?
I liked it. I mean, I've seen it once with you before, and I still enjoyed it. It's a good watch.
And by the way,
Probably good with some family members.
Yeah. Why would an ice cream be in a flour box, flour food box?
That would be weird.
Yeah. That'll be funny. That's weird. Yeah, it is. But anyway, there is another. Oh yeah, the film made $19.7 million worldwide on a $19 million budget. Wow. With its failure forcing Britt Allcroft to step down as head of her own company and set the disaster dominoes that led to Hit Entertainment's purchase of the franchise. Yeah, Hit Entertainment, which later, years later, became Mattel. Mattel is notorious for ruining the Thomas franchise, but Mattel is known for Barbie and Hot Wheels like products, and the Barbie movie too.
Okay.
But I really love this song. He's a really useful engine. And so, yeah. Earlier we mentioned that this is the only theatrical film. This is the only time we see Thomas in the in theaters. He did not. There were no like.
This is the only Thomas film?
Yeah, this is the only theatrical Thomas film.
Is everything else the show?
There are like specials, but it's like direct to DVD specials, but no other like theatrical films relating to Thomas.
I mean episodes, like there's the show.
Yeah, you have episodes. Yeah. And so, I will mention here's some other interesting facts. Since we're in the end credits, so what you saw there, you see like when I don't know if you saw that, but the ones where it says the trains for like the voice cast for the trains, they're called engines, not trains, by the way. They're called locomotives. But anyway, what's so weird is that when they put Harold the helicopter's name on he's not a train, he's a helicopter. Why would they put Harold's name under the train's credits? That's weird. But anyway, there's also, have you seen Ant-Man, by the way?
Of course.
Yeah. So there's a Bachman Thomas model that appeared in the climax scene with Ant-Man and what's the other guy's name? Not Yellow Jacket. Was it Yellow Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, Yellow Jacket. And they had Thomas as the
big old thing that they threw at him.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so hilarious.
What did you think when you saw that?
I thought that was pretty cool, actually. I mean, I'll have to watch Ant-Man again. I've seen it like at different times, but I need to get the DVD of it someday. I remember watching it on Disney Plus, and also whenever another friend would bring it over like years ago, and we watched it. So what was your favorite scene from this movie?
Probably when what's our main antagonist's name? Oh no, don't tell me. I know. I remember his name. It's
Diesel 10?
Diesel 10. What a stupid name for a main antagonist. They should have given him something more menacing. When Diesel 10 was hanging over the edge. Well, his own incompetence is what costed him him to lose. I mean, he went over a bridge that was clearly destroyed, and then he was just hanging from there, and then he ended up in a pile of mud.
Yeah. Or either garbage or mud, yeah.
Justice always prevails.
Yeah. And so, well, I mean, I think the reason why he was named Diesel 10 is because in the TV show, there's like more than one diesel engine. Well, there are some like minor antagonists of diesels, and there's some characters who are good diesels. But there's like in season 2, there's also like a diesel engine, but he was simply named as Diesel, or sometimes known as Devious Diesel. Yeah, there's like an episode called Pop Goes the Diesel. I think I remember showing you that episode. It's when when Devious Diesel tried to like pull some empty like freight cars for Duck, who is the number 8 engine, and in it's so funny to watch where he was like struggling to pull the freight cars, and in the U.S. dubbing, with George Carlin's U.S. dubbing, it sounded so like it's so like weird in a way, but hilarious at the same time. It sounded like he was having an orgasm or something.
Oh, wow.
because he is known to have like because he was known for, you know, with adult humor and stuff. George Carlin. it's just entertaining to listen to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Amtrak. Yeah, Amtrak is a real company. Yeah.
It was filmed in Ontario and Pennsylvania.
Yep. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. I did my best providing with.
You did a good job, Sebastian. I had a good time.
Thank you, and we'll hope to see you in the next commentary.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out.